Bonjour class! In this Trésor du temps, étape 3 video, we will begin reviewing some past tenses and learning some new ones. So the first one we're reviewing is l'imparfait. So we will begin with l'imparfait and how to conjugate, conjugaison. We're on page 67 of Trésor du temps. Please open your book and follow along. So l'imparfait est formé sur la racine du verbe à la forme nous du présent. The imparfait is formed on the stem, racine means stem or root, du verbe of the verb, à la forme nous in the new form, du présent in the present tense. So here's la forme nous du présent. Nous parlons, nous finissons, nous répondons, nous savons, nous pouvons, nous allons. And to get the imparfait stem, we take off the ONS of the new form. So the stem for parler is parle. Finir, finisse. Répondre, répondent. Savoir, savent. Pouvoir, pouve. And aller, alle. Once you find the stem, then you add les terminaisons de l'imparfait, the endings of the imparfait, aux racines, to the stem. So the imparfait endings have a song that makes them easier to remember. So we have AIS, AIS, AIT, et puis. IONS, IEZ, AIENT, qu'est-ce que c'est? L'imparfait, qu'est-ce que c'est? L'imparfait, for habitual actions and descriptions in the past. Let's try it with some verbs. So, avoir, to have. First conjugate for nous, take off ONS. So the stem is AV, and then I add my endings. AIS, AIS, AIT, et puis. IONS, IEZ, AIENT. So this is pronounced j'avais, tu avais, il avait, nous avions, vous aviez, ils avaient. Avait, 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 avions, aviez, avait. Être is the only imparfait verb that has an irregular stem. So you don't conjugate for nous, you just have et. And the endings again are AIS, AIS, AIT, et puis. IONS, IEZ, AIENT. Était, 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 étions, étiez, étaient. Parler, conjugate for nous, parlons, take off ONS, and add AIS, AIS, AIT, et puis. IONS, IEZ, AIENT. Parler, 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 parlions, parliez, parler. Finir, conjugate for nous, take off ONS, add AIS, AIS, AIT, et puis. IONS, IEZ, AIENT. Finissez, 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 finissions, finissiez, finissez. And répondre, conjugate for nous, take off ONS, add AIS, AIS, AIT, et puis. IONS, IEZ, AIENT. Répondez, 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 répondions, répondiez, répondez. L'imparfait, usage, usage. How do you use the imparfait? And we're still on page 67. We're going to move to 68 on this page. So you can use it for description, une description. Hier, il faisait beau. Hier, il faisait beau. Yesterday, it was nice out. être and avoir are called les verbes d'état d'esprit, so state of mind verbs. And state of mind verbs use l'imparfait. J'étais à la maison hier parce que j'étais malade. J'étais à la maison. I was at the house yesterday because j'étais malade. I was sick. J'avais la grippe. J'avais, I had the flu. D'autres verbes d'état d'esprit. Some other state of mind verbs are adorer, adorer, to adore, aimer, aimer, to like or love, croire, croire, to believe, détester, détester, to detest, to hate, espérer, espérer, to hope, penser, penser, to think, pouvoir, pouvoir, to be able to, savoir, savoir, to know, vouloir, vouloir, to want. And also, it can be used to say, I was blank-ing. So it can be the ing of past tense. I was walking. You were running. I was talking. We were playing. So, for example, quand je suis sortie, vous regardiez la télé. Quand je suis sortie, when I left, vous regardiez, regardiez, you were watching la télé. Regardiez means were watching. So were, there's no word for were in French because it's embedded in the imparfait. Imparfait can also be used for used to or would. Je passais tous les étés chez ma grand-mère. So I used to spend, I would spend all my summers at my grandmother's house. Le passé récent au passé, so the recent past in the past. So this is venir de plus infinitive. Usually you would conjugate this in the present tense if you wanted to say, I just did that. But if you're talking about, I had just done that, you would say, use the imparfait. So, c'était mon copain, it was my friend, qui venait d'arriver à l'aéroport, who had just, so venait here means had just arrived. The second verb is in the infinitive, arrivé à l'aéroport. Le futur proche au passé, so the near future in the past, which is aller plus infinitive. Usually this would be in the present tense, but if you're talking about it in the past, the aller would be in the imparfait. So, nous allions, we were going, not we are going, but we were going to go out. Sortir is in the infinitive. We were going to go out quand le téléphone a sonné, so when the phone rang. Allions sortir. Now we're on page 69. So l'imparfait can be used to express used to or would. For example, je passais tous les étés chez ma grand-mère. Je passais, I used to spend, or I would spend, all my summers at my grandmother's house. Le passé récent au passé, so the recent past in the past. So this is venir de plus infinitive. Usually venir de would be conjugated in the present tense to say I just did something. But if you're saying I had just done something, you put the venir in the imparfait. So, c'était mon copain qui venait d'arriver à l'aéroport. C'était, it was my friend who venait d'arriver, who had just arrived. So here's venir in the imparfait, de, right there, and this verb is still in the infinitive. And it can be used to express le futur proche au passé, so the near future in the past. So this is where you use aller plus infinitive. Usually you would put this in the present tense to say I am going to do something. But if you're talking about something that you were going to do, you would use the imparfait. Nous allions sortir quand le téléphone a sonné. Nous allions sortir. We were going to go out. So this verb is still in the infinitive, and aller is in the imparfait. Quand le téléphone a sonné, when the phone rang. So, to recap, imparfait is used for description, often, souvent, with the verbs être, avoir, and state of mind verbs, verbe d'état d'esprit. En progrès means in progress. So, ce matin, j'allais au travail. I was going to work. Quand une voiture m'a frappé à l'arrière, when a car hit me from behind. Habituel, habitual action. Quand j'étais enfant, mes parents habitaient une grande maison à la campagne. So quand j'étais enfant, when I was a child, mes parents habitaient, they used to live, or they lived, in a big house in the country. And passé récent, recent past, and futur proche, near future, in the past. C'était la veille de Noël. C'était la veille, the night before Christmas. Je venais de préparer l'arbre et les cadeaux. I had just prepared. Préparer is in the infinitive. The presents. Et j'allais me coucher. I was going to put myself to bed. Quand j'ai entendu un bruit, when I heard a noise. The exercise that accompanies this video is on page 77, so turn to page 77 and we'll do number 1. And in exercise A, we need to turn the verbs from present tense to imparfait. So, quoi, first of all, comes from the verb croire. A and a are both avoir. So I need to get my stem by conjugating in the new form. So I've got croire, nous croyons, and nous avons. Take off the ONS. And now I need to rewrite my sentence. So, je, my stem for croire, and the imperfect is croy. And my ending for je is AIS. Je croyais que tu, my stem for avoir is AV. My ending for tu is AIS. Tu avais raison. Mais. So my stem again for avoir is AV. And my ending for je is AIS. Mais j'avais tort. Voilà.